What's up, Who That Nation? All right, I got an interview of Sean Payton talking about Devaughn Vele, the wide receiver who we did with a trade with the Broncos a couple days ago. After the game was, well, before the game started with the Saints and the Broncos. But Sean Payton gonna break it down how it was a good trade. The Saints was in on getting one of his wide receivers. So I want everybody to check out this video, and we're going to listen to what Sean Payton had to say about that. And so the Saints got a good deal out of this. All right, let's go to this video here. Okay.
I asked Paul, my assistant, find out how many players I've traded or been involved in a trade with. And Devaughn was the 26th player. The interesting thing with him was two and then a third team all called. In other words, we weren't actively shopping at all.
Okay, now that is very interesting. It was 2 or 3 teams that was trying to get Devaughn Vele. So I kind of like that. That means this guy, he got to be kind of good if you had 3 teams that was interested in getting him. So let's get interesting now. All right, let's go forward.
But teams in need of receivers obviously do a good enough job. They look at the depth of certain teams. And so within like a 3-day period, George and I had gotten calls from 2 serious teams and a third, and all coincidentally on the same player. And look at...
Okay, I'm starting to like that. Okay, they all want the same wide receiver. Okay. All right, it's getting juicy now.
George, the initial offer or what the compensation would be, and the next morning he and I sat down and said, no, that obviously we value this player. And then the following day it picked up, it became more serious, and then we're having to look at the roster as a whole and trying to find the right and the best 53. But the thing different, and I looked over those trades, those other 25, and 90% of them were easy trades to make. Meaning there wasn't the right fit for whatever reason, but there, and then there's that 10% that are difficult. This was one of those 10% that, man, all the things that we look for: discipline, structure, smart, tough, talented. That's why this one was difficult.
Wow, so this was kind of tough for Sean Payton. Sean Payton was hesitating to train this guy. That means Sean Payton had to have he had to have a whole set of wide receivers rooms that's actually good, He had to. I gotta look at his roster of wide receivers. He gotta have some good wide receivers for this to be tough for him train one of his good wide receivers to the Saints.
And certainly New Orleans was looking at, just talking with Mickey, they felt they were missing a bigger receiver.
Okay, now this is very good right here. It shows him and Mickey New still got a relationship together. I thought their relationship was over when Sean Payton left New Orleans, but that's kind of good. So Sean Payton basically want to help the Saints out, knowing he's not with the team, but he's still helping us out with that nation. So that's all right, Sean. You all right, bro. You all right. You still helping us in a kind of way. I appreciate that. Sean's still helping us, everyone. We gotta appreciate that.
They knew we had a number of big receivers, and
okay, I see you making new. I see you. You like just like Sean Payton still in our prayers, making new want to take some of his prayers. I see you making new. I see you.
And so it kind of went in the beginning of the week is just discussion, and then 2 teams really came back more than serious about this trade, and there is a point at some point where you're looking at the roster, you're looking at your depth, and towards the end, it was something we felt was going to be best for the club. He was fantastic when we visited with him. He's gonna be a real good player for them. And
you know what? I hope he do. I'm looking forward to seeing Devaughn Vele pray. I hope he be able to pray for week 1 against the Cardinals. I want to see how this dude could catch balls. Cause we do need a wide receiver, guys, to catch balls during the red zone, first downs and routes and everything. Like, we got wide receiver with speeds, but we don't got no receiver that could catch balls through traffic when we need to get a first down, you know? Like, my thing is, I think we need to get another wide receiver just like Devaughn Vele. Cause just in case if we do try to lose him for first down red zone, all the defense is gonna do is double team. So we need like one more wide receiver like that. Maybe Chris Olave could play both. He could play speed and do the same thing that Vele could do, you know. But I'm looking forward to see the Cardinals and the Saints, but I'm looking forward for it.
So those are the tough ones, and really I was only able to come up with like 2 that were like that. Darren Sproles was a real tough decision, and I later regretted it.
Yeah, I know you were gonna say that. Yeah, we was all shocked when you traded Darren Sproles, man. I was like, I think he traded him to the Eagles, maybe. I gotta look that up. I think he traded to the Eagles. Like, Darren Sproles was like the next Reggie Bush for us, man. But Darren Sproles was doing all kinds of stuff, man. Like, what made y'all trade that man? We might could have did some things with him. Well, he said he regretted everyone.
No, and so, but most of the time, they're easier, but we wish them well.
All right, that's it for the video, everyone. So that was Sean Payton speaking how Devaughn Vele is going to be a good wide receiver for the Big Easy, and I'm looking forward to seeing how this guy going to play during week 1. I hope he played in week 1. Looking forward for that. Well, that was interesting. We got good comments from Sean Payton about Devaughn Vele. So, all right. Remember, everyone, who that Nation Pharaoh? Who that? Let's go Saints. I'm looking forward. Remember, I'm going to have a watch party next week for the Cardinals and the Saints. So y'all make sure y'all follow me on Facebook, Twitter X, YouTube, Kick, and Twitch. I will be live on all those screen platforms. So make sure y'all follow me, subscribe to me, and make sure y'all come to the watch party. We're gonna be talking about y'all get to ask me questions and everything during the games and everything. All right, enjoy this video, everyone. Remember, who that? Let's go Saints.